like, welcome to the party. Cheers.
For two.
Ba-ding.
Party for two in the lovely backyard.
In the lovely backyard.
And this time the picture won't go darker and darker.
No. We have consistent sun. We might actually I think we're good because the sun's gonna drop like this.
Yes, it will.
So we'll be consistent.
Yes.
But we won't be here that long.
Yes. Welcome to podcast number 13, by the way.
Oh,
And
lucky number 13.
Thank you to all those that have commented and I've responded back. So thank you for your 2 cents and your comments and suggestions. Keep them coming because I've brought up some more suggestions for today's lovely podcast from one of my friends, Albert. Shout out to you, buddy.
Yeah, shout out Albert.
Thank you.
Always have the interesting topics to chat about.
Absolutely.
I noticed that I'm going to have to warm up my jaw. I've been talking too much business that I have to turn my brain back into gossip. All right. So yes, this topic today is from Mr. Albert.
Thank you.
I believe the backstory there is that you guys were sending voice notes.
Yes, we were sending voice notes.
And he was like, oh, this and that, and I think these topics would be really good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I have my nice little opening monologue as I do. The cicadas are screeching today.
Oh, I love them though. It still means that summer's around.
It still means summer's around.
Yeah.
Do you know the life cycle of a cicada?
It's a short life cycle. That's as far as I understand.
So they go dormant for 7 years.
Yeah.
And then they wake up, scream, have sex, and go back to sleep.
Yeah. So I think, isn't it their wings that is making this noise?
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. They're trying to mate.
Yeah. So I was like, and like I've seen shells of them, like, the shells, they're huge.
They're scary. They're big
know.
fuckers. They're
I know. And I'm like, I used to hear them all the time in summer, like when I was younger, all the time. So it's nice to hear them because, like I said, it just means that they're around. It's hot. They usually come out when it's really, really hot too. So.
Could have put you right there. Cicada life cycle. Yeah, I want to just fact check myself. Yeah, so they're underground.
Yes.
So male and female, they sing, which is what we're hearing, which you guys can probably hear in the video.
Mm-hmm.
It's a courtship. The male sings and the female flicks her wings in response.
Okay.
The female saws a crevice in a tree branch and packs about 20 eggs in there.
Wow.
And she may lay up to 600.
What?
Yeah. And then adults live 3 to 4 weeks.
Okay.
And then so in 6 to 8 weeks, the eggs hatch. Yeah. And the nymphs fall to the ground and burrow into it.
Okay.
Underground, a cicada nymph taps a tree root for nourishment during 13, and then spends 13 to 14 or to 17 years in the soil.
Wow.
A nymph molts 4 times.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And then the nymph uses its powerful front legs to dig up out of the soil and into daylight. Likely within hours or a few days of the others.
Okay.
And then once above ground, they molt one last time and emerge as soft and pale. It extends its wings and its exoskeleton hardens and darkens. Okay. The fully mature adults don't bite. They're just on a mission to reproduce because they have like
a really short lifespan.
Yeah, they have like a couple weeks.
Yeah, I think it's like dragonflies. They have a short lifespan too. They just mate and then
they're like, spread my seed and I'm out.
Yeah, peace out,
kids. Yeah, so that's always interesting. And then because I remember some summers you wouldn't really hear them.
Yeah.
And so that means that either they because of the spring conditions or whatever, they're like, oh, it's not time to get out of the soil yet.
Yeah.
And so you'd have less population and everything. But yeah, a good summer day is always
like I find that when it's really, really hot. Like even last year there were a couple of days that I heard cicadas out. And like before that, not so much.
Last summer, yeah. The summer before, yeah. Maybe it was 5 summers ago, where I remember just going outside and not hearing one.
Yeah, like it was quiet.
Yeah, it's very weird.
Yeah. So on that note, we're gonna.
On that note, time for my little monologue.
Yes.
You ever match with someone who looked like they belonged in a Calvin Klein ad? Then you meet up and it's giving clearance rack.
Oh, snap!
Between filters, face apps, soft lighting, angles, and some good old social media magic, dating is basically a visual effects reel. And it's not just faces, it's the cars, the vacations, the I only wear Armani energy. Is anyone actually dating each other, or are we all dating the idea of one another? Today we're getting into the performance of dating, the filters, the flexes, and the fantasy. Let's go.
Let's.
All right. So, talking about catfishes first, because I thought that was very interesting that Albert brought up.
Yeah.
Because it's such a big thing, especially on dating apps.
Yes.
And so, what I wanted to ask you was, what's the most dramatic filter to reality reveal you've ever experienced, or you've heard of experience?
Oh, I've heard people basically like saying what they look like, right? And posting pictures on Tinder, whatever. And I've had friends that have posted and seen posts of people. So they decide, okay, cool, like we have a lot in common, so let's meet up for a coffee or whatever. And they go and see the person, and it's just like, I think we talked about this before. It's like a picture from like 10 plus years ago.
Ooh.
And it's just like they were thinner or like whatever, or like had hair, or you know what I mean?
Thinner, had hair, a little less wrinkles.
Yeah. And now all of a sudden it's like, that's what you look like. You know what I mean? So, and then I've heard one person say that they saw that person from like a while, like a distance, and they kind of like went, "Irks," and they left. They didn't even like do the date.
Oh, that's so fun.
Because they were like,
No, I get it though. Like, if the person's really that much not like their photo,
yeah,
like it breaches trust already.
absolutely,
So,
absolutely.
Do you know that I've never used a dating app before?
Get out of here.
Do you know this?
No.
Oh, okay. So this is tea for everybody out there. I couldn't do it. I couldn't bring myself to do it. And the backstory. Well, I'll get to the backstory in a second. But to go off that note, I've never liked the idea, because I enjoy interacting with people in person, I've never liked the idea of being on an app and yeah, no, yeah, no.
Yeah.
I've never felt like that's the way to do dating.
Yeah.
And not even for the reasons that I can say now after seeing people go through it. So like the wisdom that I've learned from other people, not even that, but just like my instinct was never on that. I was like, it feels easy in the wrong ways.
Yeah.
So I never got into it, and I'm glad I didn't, because I enjoy the challenge of going out and approaching women and, you know, interacting with them at bars and doing that kind of thing.
Right.
It's fun, it's exciting.
Right.
Gets your heart going.
Right. I find that it's time consuming too on an app.
Yeah, and you're not really getting anything. Like, at least if I go up and I strike out with a girl, well, at least I get the interaction of trying in person.
Yeah.
I feel like the app is like effort, but not directed effort.
Yes.
So you're just kind of sitting there swiping, but not really just going into the ether.
Yeah.
I don't know. But the story that I remember being like, oh, this is how dating apps can be kind of bad. I had a friend who was like, oh, let's go on a double date. And I was like, like, why don't you just take your girlfriend out?
Yeah.
No, it'll be fun. She has a friend. Her and her friend are so close. Like, if me and you are close, if we can, like, get along, we'll get along. Okay, let me see a photo of her. Shows me a photo. Okay. The lighting's a little tricky on that one. Her face looks a little soft. A little, like, putty. Okay. So, obviously, a filter was used. Okay, her angle's kind of weird. Oh, they're in a group photo, and she's kind of hiding herself.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Okay, fine, whatever. I mean, you want me to go out on a date? She looks okay, like, you know.
Yeah.
Oh boy. I mean, like, you know, thankfully I'm not that mean. So like, I went and I met them, and she'll be, Nathan, so nice to see you. Oh yeah, she'll be out here in a minute. She's just running behind in traffic. Oh my God. Like you know things, but she was, I'll call her a 6.
Okay.
She was a 6 out of 10 on the photos.
Okay.
And I had no intention of doing anything anyways. This was just like, I whatever backstory there was with my buddy wanting a double date, I was just kind of like, I'll go wingman. You know?
You're going with it.
I'll hold down the grenade so he could be with his woman, and whatever. I'll sacrifice. Oh, it was bad. It wasn't a 6. It was like a 3. Oh. And
No way.
I try not to be too mean because, like, you know, whatever. People have their own things going on. But it was just like her skin was so bad and her face was like droopy and she was like the problem with lying, I say lying I feel like is a bit of an aggressive term, but the problem with doctoring photos is that it's a lie.
Yeah.
And it makes it worse because it's like, here's a beautiful red apple, and then you see the apple in person and go, wow, it's a rotting apple. and it's like, but like, or I shouldn't say rot. Okay, better example. Here's a beautiful yellow ripe banana.
Yeah.
Oh, but now it's a bruised, fucked up banana. Okay. But like, if I had just seen the banana as a bruised banana,
Yeah.
I would have been like, okay, that's a bruised banana. That's all right.
Yeah.
But because it's like, oh no, look on this side, I'm beautiful yellow banana, and then you see the bruises on the other side, and you go, ooh.
So
it makes it worse.
Do you feel like you were duped on it?
Well,
like...
I knew that it was going to be a dupe. My sense. So, I work in film and TV. I did wedding photography for a long time. Wedding photography. I did events. I did portraits. So I kind of knew the game already, or not kind of. I knew the game already, and I knew from her photos that they had been doctored in some way, and so I already knew that this wasn't the path for me.
Yeah.
But so I was already in the game, but I was curious at how bad the bar was going to go down. So I wasn't like, it wasn't like those cases with your friends where they like show up and they go, oh, I thought I liked this person and I don't. I knew I wasn't going to like this person.
Okay.
I just wanted to know how far the hole really went, how deep the rabbit hole went.
Okay, fair enough.
And it's just kind of like, whatever. She was pleasant enough as a person. It's kind of weird when you're checked out and they're trying to flirt with you and everything, and you're kind of like, just let me eat my dinner. But
yeah.
But yeah, like I just remember that was where I had like as I'm driving back and my buddy's like, oh, that was so great, thanks for coming. I was like, yeah, you made me have this big realization about the world and the distinction from what dating would have been 10 years ago versus or 15 years ago versus now. Because now it's all about how you appear in photos, how you appear online, how you appear, your outward image to the world. It's like your shelf appeal. It's you and 10 other guys on a shelf, and it's like, who looks the best when I pick up and look at their page, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. How about you? Anything like that? You usually meet your guys in person, right?
Yeah. I'm usually the type of person that meets them in person, so I don't really. I was on like one dating app, but it was like, it was all right. I didn't really get a chance to like meet anybody really on there. Yeah, because I usually meet them like in person. So at least if I'm seeing you, I'm actually seeing what you're actually like. Like, you know what I mean? So, and that's fine. I mean, if you do it through, sites, dating sites and stuff, like whatever your comfort level is, it's fine. I'm not knocking that at all.
Works.
It's just, obviously, I think people now are more aware that there's a lot of catfishing that happen. There's a lot of like people that are not truthful to what they state in their profiles. Because I've heard a lot of my friends say, "Oh, they were like 6'4" when they're really like 5'11" or some shit like that. Do you know what I mean? Or like they like I said, they sent a picture. They put up a picture, and they had like hair, and like now there's like a receding hairline. So it's like stuff like that. It's like,
I'm sorry, my brothers. I'm sorry.
But it's like, just put shit that is
Just
relevant to today.
You know
to
what?
now.
This is my biggest gripe. So I have 2 comments on this. I have one, the more positive side of like photos and social media.
Yes.
And then I have the other side of what I'm going to respond to now. If you are what you are, just commit to it. This is a big thing that I don't understand in the world. If you're 5'11", just be 5'11". I get it, short king, whatever. You get the nonsense.
Little
People
man
are like,
syndrome.
sorry, I don't. Yeah, like I get it. Or oh, I'm bald. Or but the world will not be any worse than if you treated it like you were the king and this was your castle. And you gotta own what you are, and just like do what you can. That's my big thing. And like, I'm gonna say something controversial right now. It's not really controversial, but people always go, "Oh, you can't say that. It's people's body, their choice." It's like, women, don't get a boob job. Don't get an ass, a Brazilian BBL. Don't get your lips done. Don't get your nose. Like, you're beautiful the way you are.
Natural.
You don't need bigger tits. You don't need a big butt. You don't like just do the things you can. Go to the gym, eat healthy, take care of yourself. But
Yeah.
anything that starts to get into cutting into you and adding chemicals to you, it's like I hate it so bad.
Mm-hmm.
And like I remember there was one of my friends in high school. This was, I guess, university. She was like, we were out catching up, getting drinks or whatever, and she was telling me how she was getting her boobs done, and she was like a B cup or whatever. I just remember being like, why?
Yeah.
You're so lovely. Why would you do that?
Right.
Oh, how could you say that? I'm allowed to do whatever I want. I'm like, oh, but you like, what? Like, why? I don't understand it. Like, my little sister, one of her friends got a boob job.
What?
Well, I say little sister. She's, what is she now? 19, 18?
Yeah, but that's still.
Well, this girl's 2 years old. There's 20.
Okay.
But still, I agree with you. She's
Yeah.
young, she's a young girl. It was her birthday present from her parents.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, from her papa. And my whole response to that is, why? And so the story that I got was that she had weight on, and then she lost all the weight, and with the weight came the boobs.
Right.
And she lost a lot of her boobs, but she's just naturally, like, I think my little sister was saying that her mom is like a natural, like, B or C.
Okay.
And so, like, naturally she had, like, whatever, decent sized, but she went from like a D or a double D or whatever down to a B or like a C or whatever it is.
Right.
And she was really upset about that, and her whole self-confidence plummeted with that. And so in that respect, I'm like, okay, if your whole world has crumbled because you don't have boobs anymore, fine, get your boob job. But at the same time, it's like, girl, why you need, who cares?
Well, because it all goes back to what we've talked about many times. It's like social media. It's about how people perceive you, what they like. And let's be honest, in every single social media aspect, sex is always touched in one way or another.
I
Whether
know.
that's the clothing you wear, the fragrance that you have, the car that you drive,
True,
where
yeah.
you live, everything is based around that. And like, all these music videos now, back in the day, was never like that. It was a little bit more, you cover up, but now you might as well just like
And then
fucking
let
have
it all
a
go out, like the
yeah,
girl,
like
our
a porn
friend at the
video
gym.
as a friggin' music video. Seriously.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
like our friend at the gym.
Yeah,
Her
exactly.
gym outfit is nothing, pretty much.
Yeah,
see
and that
everything.
those that know that go to our gym, you know exactly who we're talking about, because there's no mistaking that. I was talking to one of my friends at the gym. I was like, "Do you look?" He's like, "Of course, I'm a guy. I am gonna look. She's right there. She's walking by. Any man's gonna look." I'm like, "Exactly."
Oh, so bad.
Even though you don't want to, you are.
Yeah, it's kind of sad how much the world has turned into sex.
Yeah.
And my big thing with that girl specifically, my little sister's friend, I my logic was like, do you want to be seen as a piece of me? Like, is it just based on that? And I know that's a commentary on guys as well, because they shouldn't see women that way. But it's like, if everything you're doing is just to be like more towards that like sex appeal image,
Yeah.
then it's kind of like, do you just want to be a piece of me? Oh no, well, I want to be beautiful. And it's like, but you can look beautiful without getting a boob job. You
But
can
then,
look beautiful without getting lip fillers.
but as we both said, I mean, as we both agreed, a lot of it is because of the confidence level is just not there. That's,
I know,
and you know what I mean. And the
know.
self-esteem goes hand in hand with that. That goes for men too.
Oh, I
Like
agree with you.
literally, it goes for men too. Not to say that they don't do all these fillers and stuff like that, because they do their fair share of like stuff on their face, like Botox and shit. You know what I mean? And it could be the subtle, smallest thing, but it still makes you feel good. But the problem with that is you're now opening up a whole box of like Pandora's box. You get your boobs done, so now what? You want a BBL? Then you don't like, the flab under your arm, so
Oh,
now you
cut
want to
it
get
off.
that done. You know what I mean? So you're now starting to like cut different pieces, and I don't know. It's like you'll look back at your pictures and you'll be like, that's who I look like, and this is like, and some of them are so botchy, like it's bad.
Yeah, this has been my whole thing. It's like, and I mean, at the end of the day, my opinion counts for nada.
Yeah.
Because it's your body, your choice. If you want to go do that, go do that. But
Right.
I really try, like, whenever that kind of Botox, lip fillers, whenever that thing comes up with girls that I'm around in like a social circle or whatever, I always try and say, like, just like, if take that money you were going to spend and spend it on a diet plan, spend it on a gym membership or a training membership,
Yeah.
I have a great recommendation. Great trainer. If you need a referral, I'll take the commission.
Happy
no
belated
problem.
birthday.
Yeah.
I know who I'm talking about. He's got your lovely present today.
Yeah, he watches, so I got a shamelessly plug. But yeah, like do invest in things that are natural progressions of the human body.
100%.
Or go do your special oxygen treatment or your blood transfusion. Like, do all these treatments that are natural processes that have been amplified.
Right.
Do that and help your body so that you can be the most beautiful person you naturally are.
Right.
Rather than sculpting yourself up with a knife, hoping you get the right fit.
Right.
That's my opinion on that.
And to go further on that, I'm finding that a lot of men are actually interested in women that don't wear a lot of makeup. I'm not sure if you've noticed that as well. Like, a lot of them have gotten back to like the whole like natural beauty of it. Like, and they don't mind if you put on a little bit, but when it looks like a completely different, like, looks caked, it's like and men can tell, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, they're like, okay, so again, it's like, you're wearing all that, but what do you look like underneath?
I mean, I love a good face of makeup.
Mm-hmm.
Eyeshadow, big, like, nice red lips, eyeliner, accentuate those eyes. I love a good makeup on the face.
Mm-hmm.
Love it. But I think that because it's been that's been the modern push.
Yep.
You're getting the response of like, no, I want authenticity. And you know what? This is going back to the catfishing thing. When everything is about manipulating your perspective of somebody, having somebody who just shows up and like looks amazing,
Mm-hmm.
like the amount of there's always this edit thing I see on Instagram where it's like a girl, a random girl in a face full of makeup, and if they cut to like a janky looking car,
Yeah.
and it's like, but my girl, when she gets out of bed first thing in the morning, and it's like slow-mo video of like a Bugatti, and
Yeah.
all like, oh, she's beautiful by herself. And so I think in the world of this kind of manipulating your perspective, everybody's warping back to, oh no, I want authenticity. I want a girl who's just naturally herself and has you know what? And the funny thing about attraction is half of attraction is just confidence.
100%.
All you fucking guys, okay, if you guys have like half a head of hair and you're balding, shave it off. Do yourself a favor, shave it off. I'm telling you, you will feel amazing. I am telling you, from all the guys I know who are balding at a young age, shave it off. Best thing you'll ever do. Oh, but I won't get it back. That's okay. You don't need it. You're a man. You're meant to be bald. That's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay.
I think for men, if they're at that point, I think once they embrace the baldness and realize it's okay,
It's good.
then I think the confidence shows a lot more.
It is.
It
And your
comes
body,
through.
I noticed that when you accept who you are, your body naturally maneuvers in a way where you start looking good.
Yeah.
When you're shy and you hide it, your body language says defeat.
Correct.
And I think that's, I'll tell you a story right now. I went out for my buddy's birthday on Saturday. We were drinking. We went to all these bars in the city. The most attractive girl I saw that night wasn't the girl in the tiny little, which I'm disturbed by. I haven't been out partying on King Street downtown in a long time. I am disturbed by what these women think is clothing. Oh my God. Girl, you don't need a little top. You don't need a little bikini top or a little skirt where you can see your whole ass hanging out. Like, I'm okay. I don't need that. So, okay. So anyway, and then they're like, I'm like, what? You must be a child. Like, your face, you're so youthful. Like, anyway, I was just like, oh my God. Oh my God. Stay away from me. Anyway, the most attractive girl I saw that night was not the girl in the tiny little outfit or the girl busting it down and twerking her ass on the ground. No. The most attractive girl was a girl in this beautiful, full length green dress, like an emerald green dress, and she was just like, it was like almost, she was dressed for like a ball at a club, not a club. It was at a bar.
Okay.
But it was just like the way she walked through the place and the confidence she had and the way she swished her hips. It was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Like, even me and my buddy were just like, whoa. That's the girl right there. And she was like, and like, I said she's beautiful, and she's like, oh, thanks, stop it. And I chatted with her for a couple minutes, and she was just like, so sweet and so well put together and so elegant. And it was nice because she had a little bit of a slit on the leg.
Okay.
So it's just a little bit of leg.
Yeah.
But she wasn't showing off too much cleavage. She wasn't showing off her ass. She wasn't showing off her body. She was just like elegant and confident in her way. And it was a
Yes.
nice dress. And she had her makeup all done and her hair put up. And it was like, damn, girl, you go.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and less is more.
Yes.
Less is more.
Yes. We don't necessarily mean clothing.
Yes. Well, no, we don't mean clothing. More is more on clothing. Okay. So we talked about all these aspects of the dating is just a showmanship market. So this, I'll kind of double this. Are filters a low grade, like a form of dishonesty?
Yes.
Or, on the other side, is it catfishing or is it just your best angle and a good preset? So this is something that when I was thinking of these questions to talk about, I was kind of like, if I take a good photo of you and everybody goes, whoa, that girl's fucking banging like a biscuit. That girl's banging like a biscuit. That's you. I took the photo of you at a good angle, good lighting, whatever.
Right.
But it's still you.
Yes.
So are we then talking about two different people? There's photogenic side of you, and then there's you in every day?
So it's a good question that you brought that up. Because one of my really good girlfriends, I think, and I've told you this before, one of her friends, I guess, was looking at some of the pictures that I had sent her or posted. And she's like, who's that girl? Meaning me. And she's like, oh, that's one of my friends that I go out, like, party with, whatever. And they're like, oh, yeah, I see her, like, lots of your videos or whatever.
This is a guy.
No, this is a girl. One of my girlfriend's friends.
Oh, okay, okay.
And she's like, wow. And so my friend sent me a text. She's like, by the way, one of my friends said that you're very photogenic. And I was like, really? And I'm like, yeah. And so I was like, okay. I said, it's not the first time that I've heard that. And when I post my posts, I don't post with any filters. Like, this is who
raw.
You see. It's raw. It's like, if I look like trash, then I look like trash. If I look good when I'm not trying to look good, then that's how it is. So that's just my own personal take, though. I don't use filters because, again, if I'm going to meet somebody potentially or whatever, I know that the first thing they're going to think of is like, that's not you. Like, whatever filter you were using was really good because that's not how you appear. That, not to say that filters are good or bad. I mean, you can use them and people use them all the time. It's just, in my mind, I would say, yeah, there's a little bit of dishonesty when it comes down to that, for sure. I feel so, at least.
It's hard. So when I was doing a lot of portraiture, one of my mantras, I guess, for the photos I was taking is I quickly learned that everybody has a good angle.
100%.
And when you capture them at the right moment, the right time, with the right direction, woo!
Yeah.
It's also bad, though. Like, I've full on taken a photo. So there was this one, I was working with a good friend of mine. He wanted to get more into portraiture photography. I was kind of on my way out. He was on his way in. So we were doing these sessions where we were doing like trade for print with models.
Okay.
Models, just everyday people.
Right.
And there was this one girl who, you look at her and she's fine.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy.
Yeah.
And I took this photo of her, and she was fucking smoking. Just the angle. Like, even I took the photo, and I looked down at it and went, woo!
Yeah.
Where's that girl? That girl ain't there.
Yeah.
And to test it further, we had a friend coming over who was a better friend of mine, and he was coming over to do some trade. He's a model, and he was doing some trade for print. And he had modeling experience, so I thought it would be good for my friend to test with an actual model. And so before he went in, because the girl was in there with my buddy taking photos, I ran out in the hallway and I was like, what do you think of this girl? And he goes, whoa, where's that girl?
Yeah.
She's smoking.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, she's inside getting photos done. And he opens the door and he's like, that is not the same girl. There is no way that's the same girl. So everybody has a really good angle where they look their best. And I think this is also... it starts getting into, I'm trying to think how to structure this thinking. So there's this thing in film, and everybody talks about why when you shoot on actual film, does it not feel the same as digital? And I always joke about how on actual film, you're capturing an emotional layer.
Okay.
You're capturing a presence, an energy along with the film, because you're capturing the moment, because you're affecting a physical medium. Whereas in digital, you're not getting that same piece. And so I think a lot of what comes down to attraction is how somebody is. And so yes, their looks are one, but if you capture somebody with their shoulder down at the wrong angle, with their face in the weird lighting,
Yeah.
all of a sudden you've transformed somebody who's normally confident and straight and posed.
Yeah.
You've transformed them into this like not so confident, not so comfortable, kind of geeky person in that moment because you captured that one photo in time. And so it goes to this broader argument of like, we are three-dimensional beings, so how can you represent somebody in a two-dimensional space accurately? And then you get into this realm of bias where your two-dimensional space is like bad photo, great photo.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I look great, so I'll put that on my dating profile. Bad photo, great photo. Oh, I'll put that on my dating profile. And you start to build out this person, and people go, wow, she's banging. But then when you get to the person, it's like, oh, I've only seen her at her 100% for those 5 photos where she's gotten 100%. I haven't seen her at her 40%, 30, 50%, 60%, 70%. I haven't seen her in all these different lights as a person as she goes about her life. And so it's kind of like a hard argument on, is it on catfishing with good angles and everything? Because I don't think people intentionally look to deceive people.
Are you sure about that?
Well, not everybody. I'm sure there's a lot more people that are malicious.
Yes.
I don't think everybody's out to catfish people. I think there is a lot of people who are just like, oh, these are good photos of me.
Right.
But I also understand that at some level it is deception.
Yes.
Because you kind of know what you're doing.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Okay. So, in conclusion to that,
Yeah.
fuck dating apps. No. I guess before, because I'm curious. How do you think you counteract that?
What, the whole filter thing?
Is that just part of the? Yeah. Like if you're on a dating app,
Yeah.
and you're being authentic, and maybe the recommendation is that people should try and be more authentic. Do you just suffer and you have to just go through the process?
I mean, some people do, to be honest. Some people suffer and go through the process for sure. So they'll meet up and then they'll be like, okay, well, that was a waste of my time or whatever. But again, that's part of dating. That's the whole point. Regardless if it's through an app or not, or somebody that you see, there's a process to it, right? Like, it's like you're interested. Clearly, you're intrigued by something, whether there's a filter or not or whatever. You're intrigued by something of this person that prompts you to meet up with them for whatever reason. So I don't think it's necessarily like good or bad. It's just the process is always there. There's no real easy way to get through dating, to be honest. There really isn't.
True.
Like, you're not gonna, the majority of people that you come across that have told you the first person that they went on this blind date and they fell right away, like, what are the chances of that? Like, let's be honest, like, reality is reality. You know what I mean? There's the odd percentage of that person that's gonna fall for that person right away in an instant, not in like first look. But again, and that's great that they do, right? So they don't have to go through all this like interviewing process of like this person, this man or woman. So I don't think there's anything wrong with the filter, but it's just, again, it's like, be prepared. If you're going to meet up with somebody, keep in mind that may not be who they actually look like or what they
I guess that's a good way. It's like a precaution.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Like, until you meet somebody in person, don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Yeah, like, don't have high expectations thinking that, oh my God, he's like this GQ cover magazine dude. And then when you see him, it's like he's like not really that close to it.
Oh yeah, that was me 5 years ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Or that was
like
me 2 summers ago when I was shredded.
Yeah, exactly. And now I kind of just like, just chilling out now. Like, be prepared for that type of, not heartache, but like just letdown. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, like, you can even compare that to when you're out and you're drinking and somebody looks so good, and then you see them when
That's
you're
called the googly
sober.
bottle eyes.
Yeah, but would you call it bottle eyes?
Bottle eyes? Yeah.
Bottle eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And you're like, what the fuck? I was talking to that thing?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
God.
know. And like you see those all in like movies and like Instagram reels and shit. It's like, oh my goodness.
Well, and also when you're going out to look the best.
Of course.
And so you have your best outfit on, you got
Yeah.
your makeup on, your
Yeah.
titties are all done up. Yeah, so I guess it's just like, it's unfortunately just part of the digital age.
It
And
is,
you just
unfortunately.
you just gotta be careful and
Yeah. Be
And,
mindful. Yeah. Because
maybe
there's
do
a
a
lot
video
of
call
horror stories out
beforehand.
there too, right? Like, so you got to just make sure that you obviously, we're in an age where it's like, if you're going to go out and meet, obviously people should know better to meet in a public setting.
public setting, where easy escape route.
Yeah.
Come by yourself.
Yeah. Leave by yourself. Like, meet up. Don't be like, oh, come over. No.
No.
None of
Not
that.
yet. Not until you know each other a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Be safe. Be safe.
Let's talk about performative dating.
Okay.
Why do you think so many people lead with material things?
I think it's because a lot of people think of that as dollar signs.
Mm-hmm.
And think that it's like, okay, so
This guy's got it all good.
yeah, he's got it good. Like, okay, so he's like a sugar daddy or like is a sugar mama, right? And it's just like, there are people out there that are gold diggers like that. So that's the first thing that they're looking for. If you don't have, like, this is what Albert was saying, if you're not driving like an Audi or like a Lexus and you're driving like a Honda, you're like, forget how you look. You're like, you're going to turn the other way. A lot of people will do that. They're very materialistic on what you drive. If you own a condo, do you live in a basement apartment? You know, like, do you have kids? Do you want kids? Do you live like downtown? Some people care about where you live. If you live like Jane and Finch, I don't think a lot of people would probably turn a blind eye and be like, no, I don't care how good looking you are. You're still like, I'm not coming to Jane and Finch to come and see you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think a lot of that is people these days, especially those that are very hard set on, I'm looking for a person that makes this amount of money. They're gonna go to places that are swanky, like King Street West. They're gonna go to like those the financial district downtown, to those bars, those types of places, right? Because that's the clientele that you're looking for. Why would you go down the street to like friggin', I don't know, like Church and whatever as an example, or like Young and Bloor, when that's like the average place? But if you're gonna go to like Yorkville, Yorkdale, like those swanky areas, Forest Hill, blah blah blah, you know, you're gonna get a different breed up there.
Right.
So I think a lot of people, especially like I said, that are very set on specifics, will look at that particular thing because they're very keen on like, oh, that's the newest watch that whatever came out with, or look at the cufflinks or whatever it is, right? Like if you're not really into all of that, that's great. More people are more so into like, how do you dress? How do you look? How do you smell? How do you feel? Like how do you present yourself? It's like going to an interview. You sell yourself within that 5 minutes when you're talking, right? Because it's like, you sit up straight, you know, whatever, you know, you're dressed nicely. You're not dressed like with like holes in your shirt, stains on your shirt and shit like that, right? Like when you're going out on a date, you want to look your finest regardless.
You have two first impressions. The first is when you walk in a room. The second is when you open your mouth.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So I think the materialistic part is just unfortunate that people are like that, because there are a lot of people that care about that. A lot of people care about the status, the type of job that you have, because already they're, like I said, you're going in with dollar signs already. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, and whether or not it's a relationship or not, it doesn't matter. That's what you're wanting to date. You don't want to go out and have like burger and fries. If you're wanting like escargot and like, you know what I mean? Tartare, beef tartare and all this. You know what I'm saying? So it's yeah, there's a lot of people that are like that, but the majority of people are very low key. As long as you're presentable, I think, you know, then I don't think that matters. But for me, that doesn't matter. Like, I could care less about the flashy shit. To me, that's not for me. If I do happen to meet a man that's like that, great. But I'm not going out of my way to like do that.
Yeah, it's kind of, it's like, I think well, there's like a double-edged sword, or not even a double-edged sword. It's just like, if that's what you want, if that's your prerogative, if that's what you're going for, you go, girl. You fucking go.
Yeah.
You, if that's what you like, just make sure that you're going to the places that have that,
Exactly.
because that's where your hunting ground is.
That's right.
Don't if you're looking for buffalo, don't go hunting in the swamp.
Yeah.
So I agree with that completely, and like I think that that's great if that's what you want, and then you just be upfront about it. I think what Albert was talking about when he was saying like, why do people always go for that, or what does that mean? I think it's he's been stuck in the other case where you have somebody who is almost unfair
Yeah.
in that regard.
Yeah.
Where it's like, you have the girl and she's like, oh, I like you, I think you're cute, and you know all
Yes.
this, but oh, you drive a Honda.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't live in a high-rise condo.
Yeah.
You live in the basement.
Yeah.
I think that's the kind of relationship where you have somebody, they're interested, and
Yes.
maybe he dresses nice, smells nice, takes care of his appearance.
Yes.
But then when this girl's doing other checklist items, she's kind of being unfair because she's leading him on while also kind of degrading him in a way.
Yeah.
And I also know that that's a tactic for some people to kind of dominate control in the relationship, is to put people down in those aspects. Yeah, it's hard. Because it all speaks to who you are as a person. I think this actually goes into my next question, so I'll ask it. Where it goes. So, what do cars, watches, fashion brands, what does it all tell you about someone? I got this locked and loaded.
Automatically, they have money. That's what it is.
Are you sure?
But
Okay.
A lot of people do it for appearances, and a lot of people do it for show, for clout, like all of that stuff, right? And again, it's like they have all those things, but doesn't necessarily mean that you're living that lavish lifestyle. You know what I mean? A lot of people, like, it's like the little man syndrome that we just talked about. It's like you're a 5 foot whatever man, but you're driving this big ass like car. But it's just like you're doing it because that is the one up that you have. You don't have anything else, no other game. Like, that's it. So I don't. Women do it too, and they're very flashy. Like we talked about, there was this one girl at the gym that you talked about. Oh, look at her bracelet or whatever, or necklace or whatever. I was like, what do you mean? And then you told me a little bit about that, and I was
Long
like,
Cleef, everyone. Where this girl's wearing a $24,000 necklace to the gym.
Yeah. So I was
and
like,
matching bracelets, so like 30 grand pieces.
yeah. So I'm like,
30 grand
okay, don't know why you're wearing that to the gym, but hey, that's your prerogative. But I just necessarily say that I see dollar signs, but again, like I just said, doesn't necessarily mean that you're living that lifestyle.
Well, and you know what? It's like, it's interesting because you can see that two ways. Like, for example, the woman and the mother at the gym, when you start talking to her or you talk to other people, what you realize is that she doesn't have money. Her daughter has money. And so she might not even know the value of that necklace and the value of that bracelet. And of course, like, there's also the other skeptic side where we don't know if it's real or fake or whatever, but we'll assume it's real. What I learned from that is that her daughter's the one with all the money. And so why would she wear that to the gym? Well, she's wearing that to the gym because her daughter gifted it to her. It's a necklace she wears all the time. She's going to wear it. And she's not thinking about, oh, this is a fancy necklace.
Right.
It's just a necklace that her daughter got her. It's kind of interesting because I've been around some of the big sharks in the world. I'll say big sharks, just like the more wealthy people. And I've learned kind of what to look for within that realm, especially when you're talking to somebody who's putting on this, because there's two sides. There's what you wear, what you drive, what you wear, the watch, the shoes, all of that. But then it's also the character that you play. And I've learned that there is a very specific way that what you wear and what you say or who you play mesh together. And that means, yes, you actually have money, versus sometimes what you wear says low, but the way they act is like, oh no, this guy's got money. Or this girl's got money. But then sometimes they wear all these nice things. They have the designer clothing. They have all that. And then you talk to them and you're like, no. Yeah, it's kind of a delicate balance, and there's this whole spectrum, and we could talk a whole episode on what the ins and outs of like what you wear says about you. But you learn very quickly that there's pieces that are show pieces. There's the shirts that say Gucci Gucci, or the Gucci those Gucci print shirts
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
everybody wears, and they
Yeah.
go to the club and bob. It's like if I see somebody in that, I immediately go, "You don't have money.
Yeah.
You just had enough money for that shirt."
Yeah.
And that's not necessarily the truth, but usually if you're the type of person wearing that kind of clothing from Gucci or that kind of clothing from Dior or whatever, that says Dior, 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 Dior,
Loud.
loud, like, look at me, I'm wearing this brand, that's because you're trying to tie yourself to the brand. All the rich guys that I see, it's like Loro Piano, Ralph Lauren, like the purple label.
Mm-hmm.
It's all the classy, like you wouldn't even know that it's expensive clothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right, and they're wearing the watch, and it's just like a nice leather watch with a gold face, and it's like, oh, that's a $300,000 watch.
Yeah.
And oh, you're wearing, custom shoes, and
the people that you see are more subtle, from what it sounds like.
it depends, because I know lots of guys who aren't subtle.
Right.
But usually they'll have the area. Depends on who they are, because
Yes.
when you're in the fuck you money phase,
Yeah.
usually they don't give a shit. They'll wear whatever.
Yeah.
Like, for example, a billionaire guy I had the chance to meet, he shows up in a Bugatti, and he gets out of his Bugatti, and he's wearing shorts and flip-flops, and has a $1 million watch on his wrist.
Right.
But he's wearing like a $20 t-shirt, $20 shorts, and flip-flops.
Mm-hmm.
But he's driving a $5 million car and wearing $1 million on his wrist. And he's got like whatever, the $200,000 custom sunglasses.
Right.
So it's like guys like that are just absurd, because you're like this walking conundrum where you're like, you don't give a fuck and yet you do give a fuck.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then, but usually when you're in the people who have money, when you're not that at the fuck you point, but you're not in the like the middle class, like you got money, usually they'll go for more, the classy guys will go for more subtle.
Mm-hmm.
It'll come across in like the tailored suit.
Mm-hmm.
And the nice shoes, and they'll smell nice,
Yeah.
and they look like they take care of themselves, and they'll wear a watch, a Swiss watch, and that's usually above $30K, and
Yeah.
like all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just gotta watch out for the performative ones, the ones who are like, look at my Audi, look at my Audi,
Right.
look at my shirt,
Yeah.
look, I have Gucci.
Yeah.
You have to watch out for the ones that flaunt that too much, 'cause
Yeah.
it doesn't really, like, your clothing doesn't really matter. It's how you wear it.
Mm-hmm.
So you can wear like a cheap outfit and still look amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I say, and cheap is a wrong word, but you could just wear a basic outfit and still look amazing.
Yes.
Because you got to wear clothes that accentuate you, wear colors that accentuate you, do
Right.
that kind of thing.
Yep.
So this goes into kind of a catfishing plus performative dating side.
Mm-hmm.
Are people, when you get people catfishing, when you get people looking for materialistic things, are people even trying to date at this point? Or are they just trying to curate a relationship that looks good to the outside world?
I think it's a little bit of both, to be honest. I think some people just go out, even though they're catfishing or not. I think they just go out just for the sake of going out, just to date. And a lot of people, I'm gonna be honest, a lot of the women that I've talked to, friends, what do you call it? Friends or not, or just like people passing by or whatever, acquaintances, are like, a lot of them will go out just for the free food.
Oh, women. Boys.
You know it too.
No, but you know what? If you're a good-looking girl and you want to come out for free food, that's fine. Sit across from the table, enjoy your free food. Just let me look at you. No.
Yeah. Let me undress you with my eyes.
That's it. Well, this is it. Like, it's okay. Like, as long as the guy knows it, that's okay.
Yeah.
And boys, I hope you know.
I hope so, yeah.
And she's got to be worth it. She's got to look good. She's got to look good, and she's got to have some good conversation skills if you're spending a meal on her.
Yeah, yeah.
But there are girls that I go out with, that I take out all the time, who are just good-looking girls. And
Yeah.
I mean, but it's kind of like work relationship, or there's a
Yes.
friendship there.
Yes.
But they're always nice because they have a good attitude. They're good looking. They always dress up nice if we're going out for dinner or whatever. And so it's nice to go out with them because I always test places.
Yeah.
I like to test places for clients. So I'll scope out. I'll bring like a date there or do whatever. And it's not so much for the romantic sense. It's just purely based on how do they handle a couple coming in.
Yeah.
And it's always nice when there's a little extra service. Oh, a good-looking guy and
Right.
a pretty woman. Okay.
Right.
So now, have you ever felt pressure to look or act a certain way because how it would be perceived publicly?
Not. I don't think so. No, not really.
Well, you're a bad example.
Thanks.
No,
Not really.
No,
Like,
you're good. What I mean by that is you're a good example. You're very authentic.
Yeah. Like
You're
I'm
very
pretty.
much yourself.
I'm pretty much myself. Although if I step out of line and do things that some people don't like, they do tell me afterwards, which is fine. That's fair. But no, I mean, like for the most part, it's like I'm pretty authentic, like you said, with my character and stuff like that. So.
It's like these questions. I mean, I asked a couple people about them, and they're interesting. It's interesting the responses because I know not everything, but I kind of know how you're going to answer questions.
Yeah, yeah.
And like even that question for me, I'm like I'm just me.
Yeah.
I don't really feel compelled to perform for anybody.
Yeah.
Because I also understand that I don't need to perform for anybody.
Right.
And if you are somebody I have to perform for, then I probably shouldn't be, messing around with you.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of hard. I mean, like I see the world. It kind of makes me sad for the world because I see so many people focusing on how things look from the outside. And not focusing on cultivating a relationship that's really strong from the inside. Yeah, a lot of people like, oh, look, it's my wife. Oh, we're having a baby. Oh, we're doing this. We're doing that. Life's so great for us. But then, she kind of treats him like shit and he kind of treats her like shit. And they're both really mean and nasty to one another. But they'll never tell you that.
Of course, because it's all behind closed doors.
Right. They'll just say, look, we have our baby on the way.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. That's
And
true.
I think that's a sad something that I've come to kind of understand from the world, that people will sometimes just accept being together because it's convenient, it's somebody it's somebody familiar, but not really that they have like a close love.
Yeah.
And that's kind of sad to me because I've always thought of love as this like special bond between two people that is really supposed to be powerful, and that person is supposed to be your significant other. And when I hear so many stories about people who are just like with this person because it worked out or they were a safe option, I'm just like, oh my God, breaks my heart.
Yeah. It's like you're missing so many opportunities, for your own growth too.
Yeah.
Your own personal growth. So
it's just so sad.
It's hard.
You got to find somebody who like sets your world on fire.
Absolutely. 100%.
Yeah. Too many people are settling. And I get it. I mean, I know a couple girls from high school, or I guess university, high school, who they've just accepted that all they want is the material side of this.
Okay.
And so they just want the nice cars. I know a girl who goes and hangs out with all the Raptors and is dating one of the Raptors.
Okay.
And she doesn't like him. She thinks he's the dick.
So it's all for her, it's like for status too, right?
It's for status. It's
when she goes out and she's with him, everyone's flocking. So now everyone's taking pictures, videos, and all this stuff. Yeah.
She enjoys the jets. She enjoys the
there
free
you go.
things.
That's
she
the
enjoys
lifestyle
perks,
she's liking.
Yeah, and that's fine. But it's also kind of sad because there's somebody out there who would love him for him.
Well, it's not just that, but it's like she's not thinking about how he really feels about her. Like if he's really genuinely in love with her, she's playing around. That's exactly what it is. She's playing this game. And like what happens if he proposes and she says no? Or let's just say as an example, right? Like she says no. It's going to be like, but we've been together this whole time. She's going to have to explain herself. How are you going to explain yourself?
Well, and even on the other side, I think this is like a convenience relationship because I don't think he really likes her. I think he likes her because she's a good-looking girl. And it's nice to have her on his arm and to claim that ownership. But if he's away on his own having fun at a party and another girl's like, I love you, then I think they both kind of are. It's like a symbiotic relationship where she likes the status that comes with it. And he likes having her on his arm because the status it brings him.
Yeah.
And so they both agree to it, but they both kind of fuck around on the side.
So it's like what we talked about last time. It's like a transactional type of relationship.
Which is fine, but it's so sad. It's so
It
like,
is. It is that it's
ah.
like people are just so not really involved emotionally. It's more just eye candy for each other.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, that's pretty. That's
It's
pretty
pretty.
sad.
It's the world. The whole dating game has changed exponentially because it is like everybody treats it like a beauty pageant.
Yeah.
It's very much on how you look.
Yeah.
And then what Albert I think really pointed out, generalizing it, is that the world is like, are you pretty? Are you good looking?
Hmm.
Oh, okay, you're kind of good looking. What materialistic things do you have?
Hmm.
And then the next level is like, what status pieces?
Hmm. Hmm.
And then under that is, who are you as a person?
Yeah.
Which is like, I get the tier system because that's the focus of our society now.
Yeah.
But damn, it's sad.
It is.
Damn, it's sad.
It is. It's really, yeah, it's really sad because it's like we went back to one of our other podcasts. It's like, you're really not who you say you are.
Yep.
You're basically going out there and you're like, fake it till you make it.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
So
which
bad.
is really bad because it's like your genuine self isn't out anymore. It's like you're acting, and it's just like you shouldn't have to do that because at some point that's gonna slip up and your real true self is gonna come out, and
Yeah.
who knows if that person that you're dating is gonna actually like that because you've been for so long having this different personality or this different characteristic or different face on, and now you're actually like not that person, like you're completely different.
Yeah.
So it's pretty sad. Like, just people should just learn to be who you are and be happy about who you are, and like, remember like your roots, remember, all those things about yourself, because those are the parts that will shine out in you regardless of who you meet. And if that person doesn't like them, then there's billions of other people in the world.
Yeah. Well, this actually goes to the next question. What I'm gonna say. What's something that actually makes you fall for someone? No filters, no flex. I think people have gotten so consumed by the visual and the status and all of this kind of the fluff.
Yeah.
That the thing I always find really attractive is a good personality. And like, personality is generalized, but like a good sense of humor, someone who's sharp, who's snappy,
Yeah.
kind of gives you lip, but
Yeah.
gives you lip in a good way. It's like someone who's fun and it makes life enjoyable, and that's so attractive because you don't
100%.
get that. You don't
Yeah.
get somebody who vibes with you in that way every day. You
Yeah.
get them once in a while, and then even in snippets, like, oh, my friend like this, we get along really well, but not that. Like, finding someone who truly gets along with you is really fucking nice.
Yeah.
And that's really attractive.
Yeah.
And I find that you'll miss the people like that because dating apps are about, oh, how do they look? Oh, they have that car? Oh, they got money. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. What would you say?
I'd say personality for sure. That's one big thing. Another big thing is to be able to have a conversation that flows. Like, I met
People
this.
take that for granted.
Correct. I met this person. Literally, I've been talking to you about this. I met him before Caravana, and we just exchanged numbers, and that was it. And he was coming into town, and he's this upcoming soca artist back from where someone else is from. So we exchanged numbers and we texted, and we video chatted a couple of times, and we talked on the phone a couple of times, and it was nice because we actually went out on the Friday just before he was leaving, and it was like I knew him, and we had not, like, this is the first time we're actually physically seeing each other. And it was just like pretty cool. Like, it was very low key. Didn't want to go out anywhere like to party, and I was cool with that because like partying like all friggin' long weekend was like good, but it was just like, I need to just take a step back now, right? So it was nice to kind of do something very low key, but the conversation flowed so effortlessly. There was no tension, no awkward silence, nothing. Like, and we laughed and we joked and we talked about so many other topics, like, that just was natural. And I think that that to me is very attractive. Like, if you're able to talk to somebody, like this person that I'm seeing right now, I told you many times, I've told you guys many times, it's hard to have a conversation sometimes. Because it's like, they're like, oh, I'm trying to have a conversation. I'm like, okay. Like, it's very like tooth and nail sometimes with those conversations, like when we try to talk. And it's hard because it's like, when I try to be me, I feel like I cannot be me. And you should be you when you're meeting new people, whether that's dating, whatever, it doesn't matter. You should be who you are. If you're the quirky person, go ahead and be that way. Like, your personality should shine out. And that person, regardless if they continue to be your friend or more than that, should accept you for who you are. So I think personality for me is a big thing. Having those conversations and being easy to talk to is a very big thing for me. Having well manners, like when you're out, like I'm looking at how are they addressing the waiters? How are they talking to the waiters? How are they, like, are they excusing themselves from them to go to the bathroom? Like, what are they doing? How are they acting? Are they being fidgety? Like, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. So it's like, it's all about like how they react to the environment that we're in as well, right? Because it's like, some people can be really rude as shit.
Yeah,
like,
rude.
Snapping your fingers. I need service. Like, what the fuck? Who are you to do that? Do you know what I mean? It's like, you don't treat people because you think that they're below you with the job that they do. Everybody has a role. Everybody plays a part in this world. I don't care if you're friggin' like picking up the garbage or you're the garbage man. That's still a role. That's still a big part of society.
Critical.
Right? So it's like, people don't think about the small things. They always think about the grandioso things. It's like, look at the person who's next to you or in front of you when you're out and like realize, okay, yeah, maybe I like them, maybe I don't, maybe this is a potential good friend down the road, like a connection. Like, you have to build those connections, but it shouldn't be effortless. Like, it should be effortless, not hard to do.
Yep.
Right? So those are things that I look for. And just somebody, again, like touching base on like, look proper, look nice, look like, you didn't just roll out of bed and just threw some fucking clothes on, like a sweatpants set.
Yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Put a spritz of cologne on.
Yeah, exactly.
And not that cheap shit either.
Yeah, like for me, it doesn't, like the physical part in terms of like your weight it doesn't matter to me. I've dated people of many different sizes, or however you want to call it, tick, not tick, whatever. Doesn't matter. It's who that person is that I see you as.
It's confidence. I mean, that's what, at the end of the day, it's like, take care of yourself. Do the things that make you confident. And what that means is wear a nice outfit, clean yourself up, take a shower, put cologne on or perfume, put on stuff that makes you look good, drive a car that you're happy with, live in a house you want. Like, it's all about just being authentic and being who you are, and that will attract the right people. I mean, something that is always funny to me is when people say, "Oh, I'm not around people I like," and I'm like, "Okay, because you're a fucking dickhead. You pretend you're this dickhead who's like, oh, but I want to be rich, and so I'm gonna pretend I'm rich." And it's like, no, don't. Just be your authentic self, because the birds of a feather flock together. And so if you treat yourself like you're a red bird and you're a bluebird, and you pretend you're a red bird, well, you're going to get all the red birds. And you're going to be like, wow, all these people suck and I hate them all. It's like, okay, well, stop being a red bird and start being yourself.
Yeah.
And then you'll see that, oh, my people are coming to me.
Yeah.
The person that I actually care about is coming to me.
Yeah.
It's so important to be authentic and to just be yourself and to just take care of yourself.
Yeah. But remember, we always talk about like vibration too.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's what you put out is the input that you're going to get.
Yep.
Right? And the same thing with energy. Same thing. If you're putting out negative energy, you're going to get negative shit come your way.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's a process where you have to dig deep into yourself and actually let the positive stuff and like bring forward like positivity, and don't always be so fucking crabby and negative and like, whatever. I mean, you obviously have opinions, everybody does, but you don't have to be like nag all the time. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
No, yeah, I agree with you. It's the universe responds to action and responds to the vibe that you put out. And it's very nuanced though, and you'll learn it as you continue to do it. and it's not quite, I'm going to pretend I'm this and therefore I become it. It's, I'm going to start doing habits that the person that I want to be does.
Right.
And that's what results in that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Be authentic. It's kind of interesting. This whole episode essentially turned into just like the log line of it is be authentic.
Yeah. Be
you. Because there's only one you.
Yeah.
There's only one you. Don't be me. I'm me. Don't be Natalie. That's Natalie. Be you.
Yeah. Be true to you.
Be true to you. And it's like the partner that's best for you will come. The friends that are best for you will come. The business and the opportunities will come to you when you start being you.
Yeah. That's right.
So just do that.
Yeah.
Just be you.
Yeah.
Because you are a beautiful thing. Yeah.
Love, 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 love.
Love, 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 love. I like that. And that's kind of it. That's the questions that I had.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, Albert, for the recommendation.
Yes, thank you.
For,
much
topics.
appreciated. Yeah.
I'm curious what you have to say.
I know.
I'll get the full brief from Natalie when you're like, oh, and what about this? And what about that?
Because he's definitely listened to all of them. He's like, he's like the last podcast. He was like, I had to like stop it because I just wanted to take it all in. But he listens to it in pieces, which is great. Like I said before, listen to it in pieces. If you can't listen to it all at once, it's fine. It's not a problem. But the feedback is always good, whether it's good or bad, doesn't matter. It's just, it's nice to hear. Again, like a lot of the topics are what people have gone through, are going through currently. So it's nice that people are actually like talking about it vocally when we open up, when people want to comment or whatever. But it's nice to hear those things, right?
And I love when it stirs a conversation.
Yes.
Because you guys don't have to agree with us. I mean, it's nice when you agree with us, but you don't have to agree with us. It's just, this podcast at the end of the day is just to talk about things and to put them out into the world.
Yeah.
And if we start a conversation and we cause some action and we like life changes a little bit for you, then we've done our part. And that's, I'm always happy to hear that somebody's like, I never thought of it that way. I don't agree with you two, but I never thought of it in that way.
Yes.
And it's like, that's nice. It's nice to know we're having some impact in the world.
Absolutely. 100%.
So on that note, that's episode 13.
It is.
Thank you guys.
That's a wrap.
Bye.
Till the next one. Bye.